Hold on. Now. Hey, yo, what it do? It's your boy Country coming live from the South. Got something to say. This is episode 231. Let's get it.
What happened? It's your boy DJ Big Dream, the Mexican Madero. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the heavily orchestrated, never duplicated lyrical symphony known as the Eternal One, Eternity. I'm alive. How y'all feeling?
What's happening, man?
What happening?
What's happening? Man, hey, we back in the building, man. This is episode 231. Good to be here. Man, we back. Yeah, we still back again this week. It's been kind of a blur, bro.
It has
been kind of a blur. It's been an even bigger blur for you. Happy birthday, happy belated.
I appreciate you, my guy.
Man, you the big 4-0 now. You are officially an old nigga. You have officially became an old nigga, bro.
I am on status for sure.
How does it feel?
It don't feel no different. I feel like, I tell you, I had so much planned going into this birthday that I'm just kind of glad that it's over. It's over. I feel like I can kind of settle into it and then enjoy it. You know what I mean? But like I had a mission, you know, to get here. And I'm talking about like personally, you know what I'm saying, get my health in order and, you know, all of that kind of stuff, man. But I have been more social in the last 3 weeks than I have been in 5 years of my life. So I am extremely happy to be able to finally get that rest that everybody tell me I need to get. I have to slow down.
Oh, you got it?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't caught up quite yet.
But you got some.
But this is the week for me to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, bro. So it turned into, I had a weekend plan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the weekend turned into kind of a hashtag 4 for 40. Not 4 for 40.
4 for 40.
Because they threw me a surprise party at Dave & Buster's Thursday.
Lit.
So it was lit. I had the opportunity to have my 4 oldest friends in the room at one time, which was insane because, like, I'm talking about literally my oldest friend from elementary, my best friend from middle school, best friend from high school, best friend from college. You know what I mean? So to have everybody in the room at one time, so it was some of their first time meeting each other. So that was dope, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of seeing like where my friends are in their lives at this point. You know what I mean? I got, you know how you see, you know, it's like, man, I got frees that got felonies, I got friends that got degrees, I got friends that got, you know, I just think about like stuff like that. One of my oldest friends, you know what I'm saying, he's white. He's like in ministry.
Bruh, that was the happiest moment for me.
Yeah.
When he walked in, first off, bro, he was so kind.
Yeah.
Like he walked in, bro, and like just be real, like break the stereotypes down for black and white. Like it go both ways.
Yeah, for sure.
He walked into a room, you weren't there yet. He walked into a room that was full of black people. The initial contact, I mean, like when we walk into a room full of white people, we like, it's shocking. It's
yeah.
Because you don't know how you're gonna be accepted. He walked in the room and immediately waved and said hello, everybody, started shaking hands.
Yeah.
Right? Just genuinely could tell he was a great person.
Right.
Genuinely could tell he was a great person. And I was so happy to see him. I knew who he was. You had told me about him.
Yeah.
You told me about your elementary friend. I was like, man, I'm so happy, bro. I knew that was gonna be game changing for you.
Yeah.
I was super happy to see him, bro. That was super dope.
Bro, I tell you what was even crazier about that. So to kind of piggyback off that, I'm gonna tell a little short side. I promise I keep it short. His mom found me on Facebook when he got married, and bro, this is the last time it's the last time I seen him not on social media, like in person. I don't know how long they've been married, but it's got to be at least 15 years since the last time I actually had a chance to see him in person. Because he had no children at the time. He has 4 now.
He got 4.
You know what I'm saying? And I just remember, bro, it's got to be longer than that if I'm being honest, because I was still working for K's. I was working for K's, and I didn't leave K's until 2012. You know what I'm saying? So you just think about that. So yeah, it was probably, it's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? But to make the long story short, I got the invitation. I was like, I gotta work, and it came late, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, she had to make sure that she told me. And get the invitation, yeah, this had to be like 09, 010, because my mom was still alive. She called me, she said, Zach mama called me today. Zach getting married, yada, yada, yada. It was in Pensacola, like, I got off, I just left. I ain't know the colors. I was like, I'm going to be out of whatever. I just remember I had on a chocolate suit, like a brown suit with some rust colors, because it was fall. I left straight from work, hopped on the interstate.
Back 2010.
Yeah. Hop on the interstate. I shoot straight to the venue. I get on the base, because it's on the military base. I get on the military base. I walk in. I am the only black person there. I mean, I am the only black person there. And I walked in, and I was just kind of like, hey, how y'all doing? I was like, is Miss Cooksey here? And it was like, yeah. And his brother saw me and was like, oh my God, I know that's not me. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, my mom been waiting on you. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I missed the wedding. I got there for the reception, and I just sat down at a table. They was like, oh no, you at the family table. So like, they brought me up to the family table. I ate with the family. Her dad came over, because of course it's like, who the black man in my daughter's wedding. He come over and introduced himself. Just so happened he was a Mason. And I had my square and compass on. And he saw that, and man, that man shook my hand and was just like, if you need anything while you here, don't hesitate to come ask me. I had a ball. They was playing slides and shit they ain't know nothing about. I was teaching them dances. They was enjoying themselves. But anyway, it was just cool, man, to like, that was my first time meeting his wife, of course. And so now, to all these years later, they show up, and those were the first people I saw.
Very first. They were sitting at the front.
They were sitting at the front.
They was, and bro, no lie, it was beautiful, bro. Yeah. It was beautiful. Like, so, you know, I'm there. I'm a long time friend, but I ain't a long time friend. Like, bro, we ain't shoot marbles together, bro. You 40, I've been knowing you for 10 years. Right? And I know I'm around a bunch of people that have been knowing you for like 15 to 20 years. Yeah. Right? All the people I'm around been knowing you forever. They know you way better than I do. But like, bro, it's just a blessing to see people celebrate somebody just for being them. Yeah. Right? And like, bro, it's just moving to me. I know I ain't know a bunch of people. I was kind of, I was singular. I was a monolith out there, right? But like, it's a magical experience, bro. I loved it, bro. And I could tell that you did too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm a segue to Dream. So I'm gonna get through the rest of this real quick, bro. Friday night we had our open mic at Carrabba's, which, hey, listen, if you in Mobile or surrounding areas, every Friday night, Carrabba's Italian Grill on Airport Boulevard, 9 to 11. We host an open mic poetry night. It's a vibe. We got a late night menu. The drinks are great. Y'all come out. Come kick it with us. Come chill.
Please, every Friday. Please support this, because I don't come back until May, and I want to be there for that. I was just talking about that this weekend too.
And just being real with y'all, like, we try to let the crowd kind of trickle in. You know what I'm saying? And we invite all the poets to come out. Like, you don't have to order food. You don't have to order. If you just want to come out and catch a vibe, come catch a vibe. Like, it's something we're trying to build. So I want to make sure y'all get behind that and y'all support that.
And it's great food and great drinks there. So
it is.
And it's all there. It's already done. All you gotta do is show up.
That's it. And then there's no cover or anything.
Yeah, no cover. Just show up.
Just show up. Saturday, the XL house party. Sweet Christmas. Yeah. If you ever, I don't know how many people on this podcast that watch the podcast have known me for a while. But if you ever had a chance to party with me when I was in my 20s and my college days and these frat parties, yeah. I had $200 worth of liquor on deck. If anybody left my party halfway sober, because I wasn't going to let nobody drive home if they wasn't together, but I appreciate my friends for being responsible enough to go.
PR training.
Look, I appreciate my friends being responsible enough to go. After they had 2 cups going, I can't drink no more of this. I need to put this down because I ain't going to be able to make it home.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, it was cool. Like when I say a house party, I had a real house party. Shout out to DJ Crave. Shout out to DJ 360 for holding it down for like the majority of the party. Crave came in. It was my first time jamming with him, but when I tell you he set it off, he set it off. And I mean, it was just, we had the giant Jenga boards. We had the bit, like, it was literally like a kickback with your closest friends.
Man,
and free liquor. And the bombest cupcakes ever. Because if y'all see my profile picture on Facebook, that is a cake. Those are cupcakes that are in the bottom of the picture. And for everybody that was kind of nervous about the anything but clothes thing, I'm telling y'all, y'all overthought it, because we had a great time. Somebody came in a trash bag, somebody came in wrapping paper, somebody came dressed up in bows, somebody had a dress made out of ties. Like, just, I wore swim trunks. I was the Wonderland throwback to last fall.
Mm-hmm.
I was the Wonderland lifeguard. So I had that shirt on for about 30 minutes. And then it came off and I just wore a towel for the rest of the night with 2 floaties and some swim trunks and some flip flops. I had a good time. Sunday, Tayamo Denku came through, and if you're a hip hop head, you missed the show. Because my guy is on a 17 city tour right now.
Mm-hmm.
We were day, I think, 11 or 12 of 17. So he came from, I believe, Texas. I don't think he had to go through. He had to go through Louisiana, but I don't think he had a show in Louisiana. Came to Mobile Sunday. Had to be in Orlando Monday. So like, bro is moving. And when I say you missed the set, bro, beatbox. You know what I'm saying? He raw, vocal, like nothing over vocals. It's just instrumentals. Like he a treasure to watch in person. So it was great to have him there. Shout out to Shakur. My guy NY surprised me. I didn't think he was coming down to the party. He showed up Thursday while I'm at the house chilling. And he rocked out with me for 4 days. Shout out to Righteous Clothing for sponsoring, you know what I'm saying, parts of the weekend. Like, it was a blessing to not just celebrate a new decade of life, but to be surrounded by so much love and so many genuine people that I could just tell genuinely loved, appreciated, and cared for who I was as a person and not for, you know, what it was. You know what I'm saying? So like it was a good vibe. And to segue to Ray Negro over there.
El Negro.
El Negro.
Not El Negro. Negretto.
I think the dopest part, y'all can talk about me, but when I talk about rest and relaxation, not only is it WrestleMania week, but my oldest friend that I grew up with going to wrestling shows with shows up to this grown man's party with WrestleMania 41 throwback classic action figures. So one of them was, and like when I was growing up, my guy was Bret Hart. Bret Hart is my all-time bro. They got a series that they came out with of like exclusive figures. It's a Bret Hart with like the reposable, like the whole kit. Yeah, I never opened it. And it's just the fact that I still got like figures and stuff like that, even though I don't really have them set up or nothing like that. But just being able to place something like that along with all the memorabilia that I just kept from over the years that I earned, or that I earned, but that I just collected. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was like, for the kid in you, I get you this action figure, and for the adult in you, he got me a nice little thing of Woodford Reserve. So it was it's
You know, if anybody understand the action figure thing, I do.
I do. Yeah, I know you do.
I ain't a wrestling guy,
Right.
but I am a hardcore Gundam guy.
Yeah.
To the point where it's been a Gundam in the back corner of this show
Yep.
for over a year.
Yep.
And it's never been talked about. But that's a Gundam
Yep.
that I built. Right? I built this Gundam and put it in the back. And it's a Ferrari car, F1 car right beside it. You can't hardly see it from the camera, but it's there. I'm into all of that, so I understand how important that is.
Oh yeah.
I get it. I get it.
He got me another one too, but I don't F with that dude. It's so weird.
Who is the dude? I gotta know now. You can't say you on fool with him. I gotta know now.
Let me tell you something, brother. Hulk Hogan.
You used to like Hulk Hogan, right?
The whole world used to like
The whole world used to.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I've seen Hulk Hogan on something recently
They
this
showed the
weekend.
true colors.
Right, I seen him on something this weekend, and I was riding around. And
Are you like Donald Trump?
me too. We all did. And I was telling them, I was like, hey, you know that he ruined his career after his career had been over for like 20 years? I was like, I've never seen that happen before. He showed up at WrestleMania last year, right?
Yep.
And got the most boos that's ever happened.
Oh yeah.
in sports history. And I was telling somebody that this weekend. I don't know what triggered it. I think it was a sign.
Oh no. It wasn't WrestleMania. It was the Netflix premiere. It was the Raw premiere on Netflix. He showed up, and they wouldn't
wouldn't let him breathe.
up off of him.
As they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Bruh, like to the point that if you didn't notice, the Slim Jim commercials got different people in it now.
Oh well, I mean they got current wrestlers, and the two guys that they got are two of the most popular merch sellers and people that they got on their roster.
But until like this last year, Hulk Hogan used to always.
No, that was Macho Man.
Oh,
Macho Man was Slim Jim.
Was it?
Yeah, Macho Man did
Oh,
Slim
it
Jim.
is Macho Man.
he's always
Right.
been.
You're right. You're right. My bad. I ain't a wrestling fan. So, excuse me. I'm sorry. Do not jump me. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. Because you just triggered something else in me, but it's something I want to talk about after we finish. So.
Okay. Anyway. El Negeto. How was your weekend, man?
It was fun. You know, we flew out.
Who are you?
I am the Mexican Matador.
You know what a matador is?
Yeah.
What?
Mexican. I know what a Matador is.
What is
It's
it?
also a big thing in Mexico.
What's a matador?
A person who play with bulls. Why'd you try me like I ain't the smarter person you know?
It's the matador's the bull, right?
No, the Matador, the person who do the bull.
Yeah.
It's the person.
Yeah. But I had a good time, man. If I can get my old lady out of bed more, we have a better time.
Let me I had an argument with Dream while he was on vacation in Cancun.
On her birthday.
On her birthday. I text Dream. I say, hey man, tell Savage I said happy birthday. He was like, she said thank you. And then I sent him a cash out for, I don't know how much it was. It wasn't a lot. It was, I promise you, I bought one drink.
No. So, I was charged over that.
Yeah, I bought one drink, right?
No,
So-
that's at least two.
So I sent this money and I text him back just to mess with him. Like, I ain't got her cash app, I got his. I was like, hey, that's for Savage Dreams, not you. And he was like, oh no, bro, no smoke. That's all her.
I already sent it to him.
And he was like, I already said so. I'm like, no, bro, I knew you. Bro, first off, I might as well gave the $25 for you because you just saved the $25 you're going to spend to buy her drinks, right? Like, that's just normally how it works. Men buy women drinks. And especially our old lady, right? So I was like, it was a joke. But he took it serious and I was like, I don't want to talk to him no more.
I
Then he
didn't take it
started,
serious.
then he started telling me about how she wanted to get out of
your
bed.
birthday.
She did.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting that different. I ain't take that nowhere at all. I promise you, it didn't cross my mind at all. You buy an alcoholic a couple of drinks for a birthday. It makes sense. And look, it adds up. That's 2 and 2. I promise I didn't think twice
He
about
still
it.
missed it. Yeah, he still missed.
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't even think twice about it.
Yeah, that word you weren't supposed to think twice about.
You
it.
said, hey,
I knew
this for her drinks.
I knew you didn't think nothing about it, Dream. Me saying what I said was just to mess with you. You was the person I was picking on.
Oh, well, yeah, I missed it because it didn't.
That's what I'm saying. You missed
it. It didn't click. As soon as you sent it, I'll send it. But as soon as you sent it, that's why when you like, if you say whatever you say, I was like, I already sent it.
I was like,
Well,
brother, I knew you was gonna spend it too. If you didn't send it to her, I knew you were gonna pay for him.
Yeah.
It was still the same. You were gonna tell her that I did.
Yeah, for sure. We ended up, that was that same day, the video of everybody with the mask on. Did you see that video?
Mm-mm. I don't watch your video.
So,
I don't go on Facebook, so.
That was Friday, her birthday. Alright, yeah, Friday. When your birthday? Thursday?
My birthday?
Yeah, so her Friday.
Oh.
So Friday, I'm like, I was trying to be easy on it because it's your birthday. So just tell me what to do, man. Nigga ain't moving.
Bro, so we get into it. We get arguing, bro. He was like, man, she got to get her ass out of bed at like granny. I was like, bro, it's her birthday.
She don't want to get up. She ain't got to get
I was like, bro, she get one day a year. Do what she want to do. He was like, nah.
You can do what you want to do a lot of days. It ain't got to be your birthday.
He like, where you Cancun? I was like, nah, bro. She get one day where she get to say no.
Yeah.
He was like, that ain't me. I'm like, Dream, you being selfish. Like, bro, me and him have like a 10 message back and forth argument over him making her get out of bed and me telling him to leave her alone. Because I don't care if I was on the moon on my birthday. If I'm on the moon on my birthday outside, I don't want to look at the moon for my birthday. I ain't looking at the moon. You get one day. Now, mind you, you're right. She can do that other days. Mm-hmm. But you're more considerate other days. On your birthday, I ain't got to be considerate. Almost.
So we have two totally different type of vacations. My old lady vacation is relax, release.
Oh, that's native. Like,
you feel me? My vacation is
I want to do all the things.
Me and you the same.
Yeah, y'all are the
bro,
same.
We the same, bro. If I'm going to a new country or a new state, it ain't even gonna be a country. If I'm going to Vegas for the first time, well, shit, I'm lying. The first time I went to Vegas, it was all business. But I knew it was all business too.
Yeah.
But the second time, you know how it was. I ain't slow down.
But let me give you a great example, bro. When we went to Vegas, I laid around a bunch, right?
Well, you had a reason.
I crashed and burned, but you know I could have got up though, right?
Yeah.
But I continued to lay down because why not? I do what I want to do. It's my vacation.
And you were
So,
sick too.
no, I wasn't that bad after I got up next day, I was fine.
Okay.
I just didn't want to move around. So I'm more like them than I am like y'all two.
And you know how I am. Because I didn't slow down.
No, bro, Dream slept on average probably 3.5 hours. The whole,
If that.
yeah, he did not sleep.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, he didn't sleep, bro. He don't believe in that. Like he just kept. Bro,
Not when I'm on vacation.
no lie, bro was waking up at like 9 in the morning. Now mind you, we're in Vegas, so we ain't going to sleep till like 6.
Yeah.
Bro waking up at 9 in the morning, like no, bro. No matter of fact, I say bro waking up at 9 in the morning, but bro was waking me up at 9 in the morning with like a plate with grits and eggs and bacon on it. And I'm like, bro, where you been? He was like, I went down to the breakfast. And this is where I got back. I've been down there for about 2 hours. I met this person, met that person. He like, man, get up, man. Let's go get on the script. I like, hey, bro.
Look, I ain't brushed my teeth yet.
Hey, bro. No, I ain't saying nothing. I was, hey, bro. Leave me alone.
I'm ready to roll, baby.
Leave me alone.
I'm ready to roll, baby.
Leave me alone.
I'm drunk by noon when I'm on vacation.
Oh, easy. Nothing doom.
Look how he said it.
Noon. Bro,
When I'm on vacation, I'm
I
drunk
don't
by
think
noon,
Dream sobered up till we got back to Mobile.
I didn't.
Like, bro, Dream, we was
I was
up.
drunk on the plane, man.
We was up, for sure. Dream, we was up to 6, dead drunk at 6 a.m. He was asleep for like 2 hours, wake up, and get out of bed before he brushes his teeth. Turn the ball up. 3-4 shots.
Mm-hmm.
Then go brush his teeth. And I'm looking at him like, he throwing up in the bathroom. Ain't no way you gonna brush your teeth after you took 4 shots. Guess what? Nope. Still going. Come back, bacon, eggs, and cheese grits. He was like, hey man, you gotta go down there and get some of the food, man. Let's hit the script. Hey Dream, if you don't leave me alone.
We gotta go, man. We gotta go.
Bro, ain't nothing out there for me right now.
Everything's like that. You in Vegas, baby.
Bro, hey, damn them and the mountain.
Bro, and it's just how I am, bro. It just, I want, because you don't never know what the experience gonna be until you get there.
Bro, you know what's real? You never know when you're gonna die till you die.
I have no idea what they got to do with this thing.
That's where I be at, bro.
But
I want. Hey, look.
in the words,
No, I'm be well rested when I
in the words of my guy from one of my favorite series of Vegas. But did you die?
Yes.
But did you die?
I did.
I know, if you didn't die, you won. I keep going.
I was on there like, man, this dude
Bro.
is tripping.
We had
Bro, I had to meet Dream at. So if you ain't never been to Vegas, I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. The Strip ain't where it's at for real. The Strip is like the tourist spot. So you walk the Vegas Strip, it's cool, but it's just the tourist spot. The real Strip is Old Vegas, which is Ferdinand Street, right? Go to Ferdinand, that's where it's
not
at. Fremont, my bad. Fremont, right? Fremont is where it's at. I tell Dream about Fremont. I'm like, man, look, we gotta go to Fremont, we gotta go to Fremont this first couple days. First off, we did way too many days. We had way too many days. Six days, bro. Way too many. That was like 3 days too long.
Might have been 5 days too long.
Yeah, it was way too long. So I'm like, look, man, we gotta go to Fremont. And he decided he was gonna go to Fremont the next day. I died. I wake up, bro. And
I tried to get him to go with me.
He tried to. He called me. I was like, man, what up, bro? Where you at? He was like, man, I'm on Fremont Street. I'm like, how you get over there? He was like, I called Uber. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to head over there too.
Bro, I had a whole thing, bro. That's what I'm saying. I had a whole
Listen,
thing.
dog.
I had the white girls to invite me to the pool party.
Bro, he had been over there for like 3 hours. I took an Uber. By the time I asked my Uber, I was like, bro, how far we is he? Like, man, we about 2 minutes out. Like, let me call my homeboy. I called him. Like, man, the Uber finna drop me off. He like, oh, I know where you gonna drop you off at. When I got out of the car, he was standing right there. Like, he was standing there like this, like, by the time he wake up, I was like,
I go, but bruh, go.
Bruh.
Take me on vacation with you. You're going to have a good time if you like to go.
Bruh.
If you want to chill, you're going to have a terrible time because it ain't going to be that.
Bro, when I got there, it was 3 p.m. He had been there since like 7 a.m.
You stupid.
He was there before the street performers got there.
I was drunk by
I feel like he was standing in one of the circles that the street performers perform in. I think he claimed one of them.
That morning, he talking about that Friday or Saturday.
That was
went to the club Friday night. That was Saturday morning.
Went club Thursday.
That was Thursday night with the club. So that was Friday.
That's Friday.
Friday morning, bro, when I got up, I left him about my 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
I shoot down to the pool. Pool lit. I buy a drink that cost like $70. But it's in the shape of the pyramid that we sleeping in.
Mm-hmm. Horrible hotel to sleep in, but yeah.
At 7 o'clock in the morning.
7 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's like 9. But it's like $7, bro. But it fits a half a gallon of alcohol. You see that cup my house for it? It lights up the cup this big, dog. It's an actual pyramid. It's huge. I done killed that for noon.
Bro, that same pyramid he talking about, I had to put in my luggage so we can get home.
Yeah, that's a big pyramid. I still got it. It lights up and all like the real pyramid. You feel me? But they fill that whole thing up. It's like $7. You know what I'm saying? They fill the whole thing up. There's a picture of me on it. I say my, huh?
Yeah,
Luxor,
Luxor.
yeah.
That's where
I said my dog died.
But
And I'm back home.
No, they just remodeled it like a year or two ago, so it may be worth staying there again. But when we stayed there, it wasn't worth staying there. It was like staying in.
I ain't have a problem with it because I'm never get drunk.
He went there. Of course he didn't have a problem with it. You weren't there.
That's the other part.
Like, bro, you wasn't there.
I don't make the 5 stories I'm not gonna be at.
Bro, no, we were there for 6 days. Dream spent 8 hours total. Total, bro.
Gone, man. So now I done killed that whole half a gallon. I done brought the cup up, trying to get him to come with me again. He said I'm good. I said, all right, bro, I'm finna go give me something to hit the strip. Give me something to eat, hit the strip. I'm like, you know what? I'm going on over here. I'll just holler at him when we get back. And this ain't the first time. The second time we did that was when I had called you and watched the fight that I put on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I had left me that night. Mm-hmm. And it was nighttime before you found me that night.
I wasn't even messed up then. I just was like, man, this dude here is tripping. I was fine. And I was like, man, this dude here just don't know how to sit down and sit still.
Why?
Bro, my feet were hurt.
I was sit still when I get back to Atmo.
Bro, my feet were hurt. I like, this dude tripping.
Bro, I came back to Atmo dehydrated with hemorrhoids.
Oh, bro, on the way back, you messed up.
Yeah.
When we touched down in New Orleans, bro, the moment the plane landed in New Orleans, he died.
I said, man, I gotta get home, man.
Bro, I had to like hold one of his shoulders to the back to the car. He died off the plane. Soon as the plane landed, dream slept over. Oh, something wrong.
My body was going bad.
That sounded like my last 5 days. I ain't being funny.
Bro,
That's how it's supposed to be.
Bro, I went out.
This ain't something you do every weekend.
No.
But every blue moon, you gotta crash and burn, baby.
Bro, legit, I worked Wednesday. Went out Wednesday night. I got home at like 1. It was funny that you mentioned that. I wanted to watch the sunrise. That's all I wanted for my birthday. I wanted to watch the sunrise on the beach. I got my butt up at 4:30. I was at Pensacola Beach to watch the sunrise. I stayed out there for about an hour, drove back to Mobile, had like a couple of appointments, then I had like a day full of stuff. Then I had the party I ain't know nothing about.
know nothing about.
Got home, went to sleep, woke up, went to work, left work, showered, poetry night. 1 o'clock.
You
Wake
work
up.
that night too?
Yes. Woke up the next day. I worked Saturday. Left out, went straight to the venue, set up for the party.
Oh, you
took
worked
a
your
shower.
birthday weekend?
Yes. Took a shower.
Oh my God.
Went back to the party, did the party, got home probably about, I went, about 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe almost 4.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the studio the next day at 12:30.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
I was in the studio for 4.5 hours that day, and then I went and did that show.
So I beat her up on Thursday. We made it to. We left New Orleans at 7:35. We made it to Mexico about 9:20. It's a short flight over to y'all, like an hour and 45 hours.
I got a longer flight to West Virginia this week.
Yeah, like an hour and 45 minutes. We get there, catch hell getting out of immigration because it just only because they so slow there. Mexicans, so this is different. Mexicans in America seem like they do everything fast.
On the way. Racism.
No. Everything they do here fast. They'll do a whole roof in 4 hours. But it took them 4 hours to get us out of immigration. They do not be in a hurry in Mexico. Nobody in a hurry. It's like in Jamaica, it's expected. Everybody high. They'll tell you, don't be in a hurry in Jamaica. They're going to tell you that when you get, don't be in a hurry, don't blow your horn, just chill. Because they're going to turn around, why mine? What's going on, rude boy? and they want to talk to you for a few minutes, but you're trying to go. They're Jamaica. They are high and they are happy. You know what I mean? Over there, it's the most nonchalant I ever seen, bro. They so slow in everything. Like,
Bro, was you the tallest person in the country?
yes, Savage was too.
I figured.
And then Savage over there get mad with people for staring at him. Well, you look like Gargantua over here.
You look like Godzilla.
Every woman over there is 4'2". And you pop up over. One woman had nerve to say something to her about it. But she was sweet. We were trying to find a Mexican flag. I always get a flag whatever country I go to. And this dude named Chucky, he was a fool, boy. Meet the Mexican named Chucky, he talking shit, he fast walking, he was funny, man. I would love to meet Chucky again. But he was out of flag, so he took this other lady named Madea. And Madea looking at Savage like that, she said, You're very tall for a lady. You know, real. Everybody on that short. You know what I'm saying? So it was just fun. And she was real nice, so she didn't say nothing. But the other people staring at her, she get mad. Why these bitches staring at me? Baby, calm down. You overseas, man. And you look like a refrigerator to everybody. Shit. You're the bigger woman here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was funny. But Thursday, we make it there at 9:30. But we won't leave the airport till 10:30, 11 o'clock. It took us a long time to get to the airport. We couldn't get our luggage. It took forever for the luggage to come through. They slow as shit. In Jamaica, when we landed, well, we had a VIP package in Jamaica, so they actually walked us straight through.
Yeah.
I mean, we just literally we had to get our own luggage. They brought us our own, so I can't compare the two. Well, Punta Cana was the same though. When we got to Punta Cana, bro, their immigration was a chick on her cell phone. The machine that you put the bag in to come through that country. There's a chick on her cell phone saying, "Hola, hola." Hola. Bruh, she don't know who she let in the goddamn country, bro. Decent looking little young lady too. You know what I'm saying? Real pretty little chick. She ain't look at nobody. She ain't seen the alarms going off. Hola. It's back on her mom. I ain't care what you brought to put the car on. You feel me? Mexico wasn't bad at immigration wise. It's just slow. You know? The place that's bad is America.
Bro, let me tell you
It's
something.
hard as hell to get out here.
I know you said y'all look for a Mexican flag. If you would bring a Mexican flag back to America, they're gonna deport you back.
I got it. You know I got the flag, man.
They're gonna deport him back.
I stuck it.
Ice gonna get hit though tomorrow.
I snuck it in, man. It's not the big ones. I always get a little miniature.
Oh,
Put
okay.
them, yeah, to put them in my memoir thing. But Thursday, we make it to the hotel, 9, 10, 30, 11 o'clock. I check in at 3. But we meet this cool ass dude at the door who took care of us all the whole time we were there. He got us on in at 11. Like, he got us in. 3 hours later, I got a text saying my room was ready. We had already left the room. You know what I'm saying? Went down to the beach, to the restaurant that sit on the beach. Another thing weird that's not like this in the United States, they walk around with ARs, finger on the trigger, just up and down the beach, just on the back of trucks with ARs. you don't see that much here. And that's they regular police type people. You
Yeah,
know
they don't use pistols over there.
I ain't see a pistol.
They don't use pistols. If they shoot you, you got shot with
Just
AR.
ARs.
Yeah, you got shot with
So
AR.
everybody got a assault rifle. Just like it's kids and all out there, you know what I'm saying? You just got a dude with a ski mask on, just standing on the beach like. I tell my lad, I said, you see the man on the AR? She said, I thought it was a damn statue, baby. No, that's a man. You know, I'm watching my surroundings, you know what I'm saying? But it was a beautiful setting. We
Other
get
than
back.
the man with AR.
Yeah, well, it didn't bother me. I knew what to expect over there. You know, I always do a lot of research. So, go back to the room, change, whatnot. The grocery store is next door. Now, that grocery store pretty neat. It's 3 stores. 3-store grocery store with a liquor alcohol station inside. And they got so this thing I do like about other countries, especially Mexico. Mexico is in a big competition with America without us knowing it. So they got their store is called Super Cuarto, but it's basically their Walmart brand of Walmart. You feel what I'm saying? And then they got like when you walk in, it's a buggy full of stuff in it, and it said for $139, this is what you get here. And then they got another buggy beside it. It's a Walmart buggy. It's $280 at Walmart for the exact same thing. That's what you walk into. It's escalators and stuff in it. You got a full down in there. But we were there for the alcohol, obviously. They don't have ABC stores there, which made me feel stupid.
Yeah, you should have felt stupid. ABC
Stands for
Alabama Beverage Control. You good and dumb. What's wrong with you?
But not to make me feel so dumb. So it's a dude. The dude that went right beside our hotel was a dude from Arkansas that's running for law.
Hey, they got ABC stores.
Yeah, but so you know when I said I'm like, do they have like ABC stores in? He was like, "Fuck's that?" I was like a package store. He was like, "Fuck's that?" He had no idea. I'm trying to play. You know what it said? Liquor. It come like straight from the state. Nah, they don't do that here, bro. You go to the go right here to the grocery store. I'm like, okay, you just said that the first time. He said, what do ABC stand for? And that's when I felt stupid. I said, Al, stay out of my business. You know what I'm saying? When they asked me, because he had no idea. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of my business.
Bro, we're one of the only states to have that the state has a beverage control. Like most states don't have beverage controls.
And which I found out that in Arkansas, you buy your liquor from Walmart.
Bro, if you go to, so it's funny, bro. Liquor is funny in most states. Like in Texas, you can't buy liquor after 9 o'clock from anywhere, unless you go to downtown to the bars. So they cut off all liquor sales every single day at 9 o'clock. Because if you after 9 o'clock, you gotta go to the bar to get liquor.
What?
In Dallas.
I know other places like that.
Let me say Dallas.
I think like that in
I'm gonna say
Boston,
all in Texas, but in Dallas, after 9 o'clock, you cannot buy liquor unless you're at a bar or a restaurant.
You know what? I knew that.
I think like that in Boston too.
I knew
I've
that
seen that before.
because when I went to go visit my uncle,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go buy me some beer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we got there,
You can only buy hot beer. You can only buy cold beer after 9 at a bar. So most gas stations don't have cold beer, period, because it's too hard of a process to go between the two.
Right.
So you can't, like, Ohio is the same way. In Ohio, you can't buy cold beer, period. Unless you buy it from a bar or a superstore. Or a liquor store. My bad, a liquor store. And they liquor stores are like superstores. So like, ABC store in Alabama, they ain't that big. liquor store in Ohio and Texas, they be humongous. They be the size of they be like mini Walmarts. Because like, if you want cold beer, you want liquor, you got, before 9, you can buy all that there. But after 9, wine only. And it's every day. Because after 9, if you want something a little stronger, you need to go to a bar. Which is, it's great for the economy, but it sucks as a consumer. And as somebody who don't know. Now, mind you, as a guy that travel for work, I've had to learn all these laws on the fly. Like, bro, imagine me going and was like, oh, y'all ain't got, y'all don't sell. I was like, y'all don't sell liquor? You're like, oh, yeah, it's right down the shelf. I'm like, cold? They're like, no, we can't sell nothing cold. You want some cold, you gotta go to the liquor store.
So I'm no matter where I go, soon as I touch down, soon as I touch down, I'm going to find some bottles to put in the room just in case some weird shit pop off. I always have some drink. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said, wake up and hit the bottle. This stuff that we wouldn't have found.
First day, bro. First day.
Soon as I land, I'm going to find
it. We went to the room. We put our stuff up. Mind you, bro. We put our stuff up. He like, let's go hit the script. I like, cool, let's hit the script. As we on the script, he like, man, I got to find a liquor store. I was like,
what am I here for if I ain't here to get drunk?
But we found a liquor store. He went in the liquor store and bought like 3 bottles.
Yep.
And then we turned around and went back to the room.
Yep. Straight now, we can do whatever now. We said for the time we here, but we're going to fill the room up with liquor.
And honestly, I didn't question it while we was there because it's smart to me. I'm a pre-gamer. I am 100% a pre-gamer. Because it doesn't matter. Liquor is going to be overpriced any way you buy it in a cup.
Yeah.
If you serve it to me in a cup, it's going to be overpriced. Yeah. So, if I know I'm finna do something, I'm out to have a good time. I'm gonna have a couple drinks.
I'm gonna have buzz before I get there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be buzzed good before I get to where I'm going because I ain't trying to buy, $60 of drinks.
Yeah. $60 don't bother me. Nah, it's $120. But the finish Thursday, we hit that restaurant, which was a beautiful setting. Like I said, right on.
Y'all had good food there? I know you don't know what good food is.
No. So.
The best food, some of the best food in the world is in Mexico. You telling me y'all had no good food?
So they're seasoning. They don't really season their food like that.
They do.
No, they don't.
Do you like street tacos?
They're alright.
I mean, do you like them here?
I like authentic tacos, so I got some authentic tacos. I had some meat over
there. Well,
if
you had some authentic tacos over there, that's what we call street tacos here.
Yeah. Well, no, there's more to it over there, boy.
Yeah.
That's they claim to find street taco, true. Street vendor, street taco, but they have some stuff over there, bro. When you get there, it's totally different you ever seen before.
Well, no, it's not to me because I watch a lot of cooking stuff.
Okay.
But like a authentic taco, bro, the reason why they call them street tacos.
And then they be this big too, though.
Yeah, they this big. Yeah, they this big. Corn tortilla. But a street taco is what we call them in America. Over there, they call them tacos.
That's why I told my old lady, don't ask them for no Mexican food while you're over there, baby. Don't do that. She said, what I supposed to ask for? Food. We in Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
I probably, man, me and Bo would have had a great time eating over there. Because we know what to ask for. You don't know shit about anything other than...
So, no. You got to think, I'm smart in that, though. When I'm in other countries, I need to know what y'all like. What's the hot thing here? Give me some of that. I ate some meat and stuff that I ain't never seen before. That's what I'm telling you.
What meat you ate? What was the name of it?
I don't know. It's Mexican.
I mean, you gotta know the Mexican.
No, I don't, nigga. I can't speak that language that good. You know what I'm saying? I need to give them a second to have them talking to my phone.
You had masala while you was over there?
I don't know. What it look like? I had some red chicken. I ain't never seen a red chicken before, but it was good.
Yeah, you have
you ate red chicken on steak like
your whole life.
Steak over there ain't that big, whole steaks.
Yeah.
They love strips.
And they don't call them steak either.
But steaks over there
they call it asada.
Yeah. So we got a whole
Don't you say that like you knew what asada was a second ago when I asked you what it was?
Oh, that what you said earlier?
Yes.
I ain't ever noticed you said that. So at the grocery store, they have these steaks in the pack still. You buy them in the pack, and you tell them how you want to cook, and you just give them the whole pack, which is pretty neat. You know what I mean? But you know what they don't have?
What?
Steak sauce.
No.
Ain't no A1 high.
You still eat steak sauce?
I love it, man. I'm a steak connoisseur. I I love steak.
And you like steak sauce?
I love steak sauce.
Well, you can't be a steak connoisseur.
I love steak sauce.
Something broken in
Just
your
a
mind.
little bit.
If you're a steak connoisseur,
I put a little bit of both in the middle, just touch it, cut, touch it, man.
bro, if you're a steak connoisseur, you don't want no steak sauce in no Heinz.
Long story short, though, Thursday we went back to the hotel. I let her get a little rest. Then we hit the strip. We ended up eating at Hooters.
They got Hooters over there?
We got everything over there. We ended up eating at Hooters because she want wings. Like before we get the drink to them. Then we hit the
Man, I love
club.
to have some wings right now. I'm so hungry.
Now Hooters pretty decent. She ate calamari for the first time. She was like, why this onion ring taste like meat?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't like no calamari.
It was great. That calamari had the best seasoning in Mexico.
I don't like calamari.
It had the best season I had tasted in Mexico. I don't know why, but that calamari was the shit.
It makes sense.
She had for
Calamari is a lot like gizzards, bro. I don't like calamari.
It is. It looks like it. But then we hit the clubs. We hit the club. We stayed at about 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. Go back. And don't go straight to sleep. You know how that goes. So now it's 4:30, 4:45 in the morning. And
What time zone y'all was in?
same.
Central?
It shocked me too. So the next day was her birthday. She pretty much dead. She was dead. It's 3 o'clock and I'm like, babe, if you're gonna do something for her birthday, we gotta do something at 3. You know what I'm saying? It's 3. We ain't left the room yet. But I hadn't left the room. She ain't left the room yet. I mean, let's go around to the house.
Well, I was saying, did they have breakfast?
Yeah.
How was the breakfast?
We never made it to it.
You could have.
Yeah, I should have. But I was trying to be with her. Yeah. I ain't even get to have
In
it.
my mind, I feel like breakfast in Mexico should be amazing.
I feel like
when
it'd
we
be
were
fresh,
leaving-
like, everything would be super fresh.
Yeah.
Check this out. This would piss me off. When we leaving, we come downstairs on the last day. I go ahead and give them my key card. They check you out the system. But we got to wait for 15 minutes for the Uber to come pick us up, take us to the airport, right? I said, hey, they got breakfast. And now she's starting to feel a little hungry. So I'm going to just grab you something light. So I go in, say, I just grabbed one of these. He said, yes. Room number. I said, 709. He said, last name? I said, Rothschild. He said, room number again. I said, 709. I said, I just checked out. He said, oh, no. Bitch, I just checked out like 2 minutes ago. They did not give me breakfast. I ain't give me no damn
Bro,
breakfast.
the fact that it was somebody that's checking is wild.
Yeah. You gotta have a car to go into the
Bro, let me tell you
I'm
something.
like, oh my God.
You can go to any
That's something
ISG
that said,
hotel
oh, no.
in the United States right now at like 7 a.m. and make you a whole plate that nobody never know.
Now, I could have went and got that dude I told you when we first got there.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have made it happen. You said he kind of run stuff around there. You know what I mean?
Did the food look good?
It looked alright. They had, you know, taco type breakfast stuff. I was doing get us some eggs, some sausage, some burritos, some, you know, some light, just in the little fold thing. Cause we're gonna with
Some burritos. God damn.
you know, tortilla.
Tortilla. Okay. God.
Cause they don't have like, you know, you say something I didn't see over there.
What's that?
They don't have loaf of bread.
No, they eat everything on tortilla.
Yeah, I don't think I seen a loaf of bread even at Walmart.
They eat everything on tortilla. Everything.
And then you know everything different. So like,
You know what's crazy? Tortillas is way healthier.
well, no. I mean that's basically unleavened bread, like the Bible talk about. You know what I mean? But you know, when you're looking for stuff, the brands we carry here not there.
You look for Iron Kids, bro?
No. I'm just using that as an example. So like, even when we went to buy juices, most of everything they got is in cartons, not jugs or glass containers. Pretty much everything is in like cartons. You know what I mean? And they brands you ain't never heard of.
Because they in Spanish.
You know what I'm saying? Well, not even that. It just, well, that too. But they don't carry a whole lot of the stuff that we carry in the United States. You know what I'm saying? It was the same. You know what I mean? Pretty much the same. Taste-wise, it's just different. And then you got to learn to transfer. More or less, I know damn well, because juice was $37.
37 pesos.
37 pesos. You know what I'm saying? She said, I know damn well, baby, them pesos. It's $1 to every $20 it is. You know what I'm saying? So you had to. That's why I put the ticket up. I wasn't trying to buy. Being sarcastic. That's why I said when you see it, put it in the comment.
Mm-hmm. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant.
That meal was on like over $40.
Les was funny because he said he was trying to ball.
But I don't think he even caught on to it.
He did. He missed it.
Everybody else called it. Literally everybody else called it. It was like right $900 for a meal. But that's $45 though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For 2 steaks and 2 salads. That's all it was. You know what I mean? But you gotta get used to that fast.
Mm-hmm. Real fast.
Yeah. 2 reasons. One, if you're at a regular store, they can't play with the numbers. Mm-hmm. But if you're buying stuff on the street,
they play with the numbers.
They gonna play with the numbers.
Mm-hmm. They know you don't know. They know you don't know how to convert that
You
shit.
don't know the numbers. So now this is the funny thing. So my conversion was off by like 70 to 80 cents via my phone. Mm-hmm. It ain't updated. There was 1980 on my phone. It was $20 and like 30 cents. You know what I'm saying? So every time my number be a little better than theirs, they're like, no, it's 1980. I'm like, no, it's 2030. You gonna take my money or not? And they're like, come on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't remember going out here. We already know what's popping. This ain't something like, dude that just stole my old lady still wanna go whoop. He was on trying to get us to go to Secret. He was gonna give us a day at the Secret Hotel, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't even know what that is.
So all these resorts, all these places you go to, these travel places, they're gonna have a Secret there. Secret is high end. Like when I paid for the presidential suite in Jamaica, it costs more for a regular room in Secret. You know what I'm saying? I think the presidential suite cost us a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, cost us about $3 grand. It cost more than that to go to Secret for a regular room. You know what I'm saying? He gonna give us a whole day there, a bottle of vodka for her birthday, and a ride back and forth to Playa del Carmen. But we gotta go to Secret and get him the paper he gave us. So my old lady like, man, that's a good deal, baby. We should do it. I said, babe, as many resorts would have been to now, you ain't caught on. She said, what? Maybe that's one of them things. She said, oh, hell no, I ain't going to that. So, yeah, it take about 3 hours to do that. But I'm going to sit down and try to save you time. You know what I'm saying? And they always give you something free when he said yes or no, but it take 3 hours. We ain't got 3 hours. I mean, like I told him, I said, bro, we did it quite a few times now. And we stayed at resorts like this every time, except for this time, because we want to be amongst the, when you're in a resort, you kind of isolated. You know, so you're behind the gate somewhere. You know what I mean? And then you got to get out of that to go be with the people. I wanted to get a room this time that was right, bro. So, where we at right now, once you get to, close to the corner of your street, is Coco Bunko from the hotel we was at.
He said that like I knew what I
was. No, I know. Well, you know where you live at. You know what I'm saying? That's how close it was to the script. I specifically got this hotel because it was literally 1/8 of a mile. No, that's too long. 0 point. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? If you get drunk, you can stumble back to your hotel. You don't need an Uber for nothing because everything was literally right there. That's why I got this hotel. The ferry was right here, literally across the street, and the clubs was right here, literally on the once you pass Coco Bungo, you can see the top of our roof. You see what I'm saying? That's why I got it. And then I didn't want to be isolated this time. I want to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, more than being behind the gate like we always do. And it turned out to be good. So, Friday, all we ended up doing was going to the beach for her birthday. That's what she wanted to do. Sit on the beach, have some drinks. I still spiced it up and got the people. This beach that we own is connected to a restaurant, so I snuck in and got them to do the whole little birthday thing.
Mariachi band?
Yeah. They all came out. They all had masks on. And he said, you got to get a cake, though. I said, ain't no problem. I'll pay for the cake. She ain't gonna eat no cake. I said, can you bring a shot with it, though? That's what she want. You know what I'm saying? He said, oh, yeah, shoot, yeah, I do that. So they was all standing above us on the balcony and singing and stuff. One of the misses started twerking. Little dude, funny as hell. I ain't get it all on camera. I hate I ain't get it on camera. But I got most of it on camera. But she had no idea what was going on. They had just tried to kick us off. Well, not kick us off. Savage is, I'm gonna go do it and then see what happens. I already know what's happening, baby. You can't do that. And those chairs with the umbrellas on every beach, you pay for them. You know what I'm saying? And the little man like, ma'am, they $20. She said, for how long? He said, we take them at 6. She said, 5:30. Baby, that's still the rule. I don't think they work here, baby. You can't just be walking around here doing that, baby. They work here, man. Let's just get some towels, sit it up right here, and we'll be good.
If it don't make sense to her, she don't believe it.
Yeah, she don't believe it. Cause they ain't got no, they ain't got no uniform. We're in Mexico, baby. You know what I'm saying? It was a dude this big. He could have been no more than 5 working out there. No, that's not a joke. That's a grown man. He was literally a 5-year-old. He after they got stuff up, he come through and clean everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, baby, you're in another country. This ain't the same as overseas. You know what I mean? So we had the drinks, went back to the room, and she died. 9 o'clock, she was out of there. Drunk and out. I said, not tonight. Not tonight. It's not going to happen tonight. Mine got dressed and hit the strip. I ain't stay out very long. And I got pissed off. I hit 24K. 24K at the Black Club there. It's literally all black in Mexico. But they got us niggas upstairs. The only place up there they have Al. That's ridiculous. It's literally all black. Hit it. Then, ain't no ATMs in there. You got to get money and bring it in. Because you can't pick no with a card. And then,
I get to take your regular cards over there?
We call here with that. They do, but you gotta like let the people you gotta let your banks know or your credit card company know you're going overseas.
Because now they
just
like a suspicion.
yeah. So we had already had everything set. When we went on our first trip, we couldn't buy nothing. We found it the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But we had everything pretty much set. But this was weird. So when you said that, we got everything set for Cancun. Cancun was good. Go to Playa del Carmen. Playa del Carmen good. We got to Cancun, nothing worked. Nothing. We bought 4 drinks. We got slushes and like liquor drinks. You know what I mean? Well, we got daiquiris and liquor drinks. We done about $40, $45 for drinks, and nothing works. She said, what do we do? I'm like, I'm still hitting the cup later. I'm like, I don't know, man. We gonna work on it. Our women are start drinking though. And she finally got that text alert. And they asked, is this you in this country? And you say yes, and then unlock it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't have any phone. So that, yeah. So they unlocked it. Then I had to go get cash to pay her, but it was cool. Cozumel was cool. Cozumel is more real. I guess more authentic. Street vendors are soon got a boat.
Yeah, and I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? Cancun is more trying to be more American. That makes sense. They got
Cancun has been the #1 spring break destination for like ever, bro.
They got signs that say Vegas could never. They got that on their shirt.
Yeah, like Cancun is a destination for
it's more different, more Americanized.
Yeah,
but
you good?
I would tell you, and I'm gonna get off what we did down there. But if anybody's going to Mexico
you've been on
soon,
it for about 45 minutes.
Not even that long. If anybody's going to Mexico and want to travel over there to visit, don't go to Cancun. Fly to Cancun and get your room at Playa del Carmen. And then just from learning this hard way, Playa del Carmen is where you want to be. That's the actual place to be. Everything to do is there. You only party in Cancun. So the reason why Playa del Carmen makes sense is if you want to party, you take a 45-minute trip to Cancun and go crazy. And then catch a ride back to the hotel. You feel me? But if you want to go see what the history of Mexico is, you go to Tulum, which is on the other side of Playa del Carmen. You feel me? And if you want to just go and get some good food and street shit, you go across the ferry to Cozumel. Everything is right there on Playa del Carmen though. You got Cancun here, Tulum right here, Cozumel right there. But when you go to Cancun, you got to go an hour to here, then another hour here. Everything is to whatever side this is, on the east or west.
Whatever.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, if I ever go back, I want to go to, well, I am going to go back. I'm going to Playa del Carmen. And I'll branch out from there. Saturday night, we'll hit Cancun. That's the only time it's Cancun to see us, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The big theme part everybody talk about, that's in political. Everything's in political. So if I ever go back, that's where I go. You know what I mean? And overall, it was good.
I bet, bro. I bet. I can imagine.
I became a Nacho Libre when I was there.
Nacho Libre.
Yes.
Change that flag.
Nacho Libre. Didn't he wear a mask, Nacho Libre?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I became Nacho Libre when I was there. And fellas, if you're single, don't go to Mexico look for women. They're not there. No, they're not there. They're not there. I said, man, that ain't been an attractive woman here. We've been here 48 hours. She said, I seen one girl kind of cute. I said, you be giving too much credit. Bro, zero.
No, bro, that's a real thing, bro.
Even in the club, the only people that were attracted there was people that came to visit.
Bro, people don't really think about, like, you get surrounded by where you at, and you give a grade to where you at a lot higher than what it should be, until you go to Houston, and you be like, yeah, it's kind of rough.
What you mean?
Great example, bro. It's beautiful women in Mobile, bro. No doubt. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But you compare that to Houston, it's crazy.
Houston being good?
Yes.
Okay, I imagine that. That's what I thought you were saying. I didn't know what he was saying. Houston was bad or
By
not.
a lot, though, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't even a small, not even a small measure.
I can only imagine.
Not even a small number, bro. It's crazy how different it is.
I can only imagine.
Like, we here, country boys, we be like, man, them 10 be hiding in the woods. Bro, our 10s that hide in the woods, rough in Houston.
Natural streetwalkers.
They rough in Houston, bro. They catch smoke in Houston, bro. And like, it is what it is, bro. Like, it ain't.
I even seen 2 Mexican women with their bodies done over there. And
So, like, that's something I always tell people too. Like, you go to Miami,
bro,
people
it's
like,
terrible.
man, Miami is crazy. And I'm like, yeah, Miami is plastic.
It is.
Miami's super plastic.
But it
like,
is crazy.
It is crazy. It's insane.
It is crazy.
But it's like,
It's more different plastic.
if you remove the plastic, Miami ain't Houston.
Houston a lot of plastic too now.
Yeah. Or
Nowadays.
well, first off, everywhere's a lot of plastic.
Yeah. But not like Miami.
Not like Miami.
I ain't never seen that nowhere else I've been. Bro, Miami is the weirdest thing. You would see a 60-year-old white guy who's a regular 60-year-old white guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Walking through with his 52-year-old wife, and she's straight off Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Straight plastic.
I mean, she done had her face done, so it even look better. She ain't 100% the face, but you still tell she about 45, 50, you know. But her body
Plastic.
is next level.
Bro,
It looks so funny.
when I went
Give
to
an
South
example.
Florida,
Like Mike Swing. You see him walk through Mardi Gras, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with Beyonce. I mean, you see what I'm saying?
I can't do that because I can't do that.
I'm just using that example.
I get the example, but I can't do that.
So that's what you see in Miami a lot. You see regular dudes with money that done bought their chick. I mean, it was a regular chick at one time, but now that they plastic, you feel what I'm saying? You're like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's crazy.
Bruh,
It's crazy.
No lie. So you know how like it's always been this going thing that dudes pay for plastic? And South Florida, women pay for more plastic than dudes do.
I know that.
Like it's status, bro. It's status. Like, bro, it's crazy.
Every other girl in Miami that had work done.
Yeah, you have to go there just to see it, and you be like, man, it's crazy how here our focus is different, bro. Our focus is different. That's just what it boils down to.
And niggas around there don't travel like that.
And on top of that, it's more money to be made there too, right?
Oh yeah, true.
More money to be made.
And it's right there though. It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like more niggas in New Orleans got gold teeth than anywhere probably on earth, because the gold teeth capital of the South was New Orleans at the time. You feel what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. You hear about bodies augmentation. You hear about Dr. Miami.
Yeah.
Literally named after Miami.
It's probably $1 million plastic surgeons in Miami.
Yeah, see that's my point.
5,000 of them is begging for work, so they cheap.
Yeah. So, but bro, if you go to a hot spot in Miami,
well, you gotta go to the hot spot, bro. Go to the casino.
well, that's why I seen that more than anything. But I'm just saying, like, I'm giving him a ratio. If you go to a hot spot where the girls are actually at, there's a club there. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's expensive in. It's on Miami Street, on that main strip on South Beach. And they just said the whole club hold 500, right? They try to make sure they have more women than men, so probably 300 women in there. 250 of them is fixed.
Easy.
But that's a high number, bro.
Yeah.
Out of 300, 250 of them had work done.
Yeah, bro, it's different. It's different. Bro, I've been around.
And they show it.
I spent
That's the other point.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Atlanta. I spent a lot of time in Houston. I got my sister in Houston. Atlanta was one of my favorite places to go. And I spent time in South Florida, bro. South Florida was the shock for plastic for me. I was like, oh, they're really doing it like that. It was a shock for me. You've been to South Florida, right? Mm-hmm. It's shocking. You like, oh, they do it like that down here.
Yeah, I want to shout it all. I guess what shocked me a little more was the amount of middle to older white women I seen built like that.
I can see that.
I think that's the shock, bro, because you see more of them than anything.
Yeah,
like you see, like, bro, no lie, when you go
I call them swinger bodies.
that's what they are.
I call them
Exactly
swinger
what they
bodies.
are, bro. That's exactly what they are, bro. Like, it's crazy, and it's leathery skin.
Yeah.
Leathery skin.
Yeah.
Meaning they lived on the beach.
Yeah.
Under the sun. They skin to turn to leather, and it's just stretched leather over shifter knobs.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What's it? Stupid.
You know what the shifter knob look like, bro. It's crazy. Well, I'm just saying. Anyway, I was good. Good. Sound like that. Both of y'all had some good time, bro. I ain't had a lot going on. I won't be back for another month. Well, not quite a month, but it'll be a while. But I did want to give a rest in peace to somebody I was close and dear to my heart, man, Christopher Dodson. Rest up, brother.
That's my classmate.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
I just saw Chris. Like, and not to be that like that, but like legit. When I was working with Song for Song, one of my lodge brothers is in his bike club. And I ran into them downtown Mobile for a brief second. We had a little interaction. That's my first time I had seen him in a while. So,
Bro, that hurt my heart, bro.
yeah.
Hurt my soul, dog.
Yeah.
So I met Chris. When I first moved to Mobile, I worked for Austin. And I was part of the apprenticeship program. We class 1410. And I was cool with, man, we was cool. Like, we had a great class, bro. Everybody in our class was cool, right? Everybody. I'm like, to the point where I'm in touch with like 90% of that class. 95% of that class, bro. All of us was cool. But me and Chris bonded, right? Like, we bonded. Like, we went and did stuff. We hung out after work. And, like, man, to get that phone call yesterday morning, super early, bro. Super early to tell me that happened, bro. Man, I ain't have words, bro. I ain't have words, dog. Like, what's even crazy, bro, I didn't know he had a bike. Didn't even know he had a bike, bro. Like, when I met Chris was into the same stuff. I was into cars, bikes, all that, but he ain't never had a bike. He said he knew how to ride one, but he didn't have one. I had one. And like, man, been knowing Chris for so long, and then find out, you know what I'm saying, like I get that phone call, they say he died in a motorcycle accident. And I was like, when Chris started riding? And like you told me, you seen him downtown with his bike club, and then like several people from his bike club, they was coming from Houston.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like, bro, that's crazy, bro. Like, I didn't even know. I talked to him like a month ago, bro. Like, probably about like a month ago. Yeah. And like, man, that broke me, bro. Yesterday morning, that hurt. So rest in peace to him, man. Long live him, and man, prayers to his family and everything. Definitely want to put that out there, man. Other than that, man, I ain't got a lot left, man. You know, we can. We had a lot. We just want to come in and talk to y'all for a minute.
For sure. I want to give a shout out, man. Friend of the podcast, Sharika Johnson. She supported everything that we had going on both nights for the XL House Party and for the Tayamo Denku show. So shout out to you for coming out. She always show love when we have shows and stuff going on. So I
Shout out.
give that shout out to her.
Big shout out.
Our quote of the week says, "Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire." And with that being said, Black Widow drops April 30th. TikTok.
April 30th, Black Widow. This been Soft Got Something to Say, episode 231. We out.